and you are watching Simulink tutorial. And today's tutorial we'll going to discuss one interview question in my tutorial 3. So this question is frequently asked at the time of interview. So the question is how to design a counter. The question is how to design counter. This question may be asked. This question may be asked at the time of interview to test your knowledge. The design counter you required some blocks. To design the counter you required some blocks. The first block is I will add here that blocks. The first block is you required one constant block. So I am adding here constant block. Then you required one add block, addition block. So this is the addition block. Then you required one unit delay block, and for output you required scope block. So these four blocks you required for design a counter. So we'll connect this and I will show you how it will work. Okay, so just wait, I'm designing the counter logic. Then I will connect this to the scope and I will take as a right. So why unit block is required? Because unit block always stores the previous value. Okay, whatever the previous value is getting, it will stores and it will be added next time. So that purpose unit delay block is required. So we will run this and we will see what is the output. Okay, if you run, say continuously, the counter is incrementing continuously because we don't put it any limit here. That's why the counter is incrementing continuously one by 1 plus 1. It continuously incrementing 1 by 1. So in just addition with previous, we can say it is a just addition with previous updated value. It is a free running counter. It continuously adding the previous output because it don't have the limit. It continuously adding the previous output because we don't put any limit. Maybe interview may be asked put a limit in this counter. Once it reaches the maximum limit, then we have to reset the counter. So I will explain how to do this. So for that purpose, you require one more relational operator block, one more uh, relational operator block. Then you require again two constant blocks. You required, I will just copy this. You required two more constant blocks. So by using this, then you require one switch block also. Design the limit counter. The switch block also. So how to connect? How to design the limit counter? Okay. So that I will show now. I will remove this logic for see. I will put this as here and this is relational operator block. Once this value reaches to 5, so I will put here greater than or equal to. Okay, apply. Okay, and then you require one if statement block of switch. We can say switch. So in switch, what we do, you have to, once it is reaches to 5, you have to reset the counter. That will do it. Okay, then this will be here, and now this unit delay block we have to connect. Now this unit delay block we have to connect here. Okay, and this is and one more, this I have to connect here. Okay, this way will the logic. So this is the limit counter logic. You are limiting. Once it is reaches to maximum value, then it will reset again to the 0. Okay, then here we have to put when it is not equal to 0. So see what happening here. Here I am passing the input. Okay, and I am adding. Previously this is having 0, so 1 plus 0, the output will be 1. So 1 is greater than or equal to 5? No. So then same output will be passes to the switch block. Okay, then here it will check it is equal to 0. No. Then whatever the output here 1 is there, directly pass to the this scope block. Once this counter reaches to 6, okay, then it will check it is greater than or equal to 5. Yes, then it will give the true condition. Means it is uh, 0. Okay, it will give the 0. Then this 0 will be passes, so it will reset the counter. Okay, then we will see how it will work. You can see here, and now I am running this. Okay, see it's incrementing. Once it is reaches to 0, okay, once it is reaches to 5, then again it will come back to the 0. Then next again it will incrementing 1 2 3 4 5. Now it is reached to the 5, then again it will enter to the 0. See again 1 2 3 4 5, again it will reach to the 0. So in this way you can put the limit to your counter. So previously whatever I shown, that was the free running counter, it continuously incrementing, but you can able to put the limit also. So you can increase the limit time also. So now instead of 5 you want 10, then you can just 10 here as a put 10. Once the counter reaches to 10, then you have to reset the counter. Just run this model step by step. See we'll see once again. See here, 1 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Now it is reached to the 10. Now we have to reset the counter because our maximum limit is 10. So it will now reset the counter. Now again it will come back to the 0. Then again if you run, then again it will start from 0 to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Again it will reach to the 0. So in this way you can design the counter as per your requirement. So you can change, you have to change only limit. If you want 255, maximum limit is 255, then you can write the 255, whatever your requirement. So this is the limit counter, and previously whatever I shown, that was the free running counter. So in this way you have to put the limit in your counter. So this is the about today's video. I hope you like this video and you understood whatever I told. If you like, then please thumbs up. Okay, so I will be update next interview question, my next tutorial. So in that I will try to show you how to design same counter using state flow. So now this is the Simulink logic. So in next tutorial I will show you how to design same counter using state flow. So that's it for today's video. Thank you.